resolution is agreed to. The gentleman Hanover.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, ladies and gentlemen of the House, House Resolution 46 would convey the sense of the House of Delegates that the Congress of the United States be urged to affirm the principles of federalism expressed under the 10th Amendment to the Constitution of the United States. The 10th Amendment was included in the Bill of Rights as a protection for the people against federal overreach, in the same way the Second Amendment protects our gun rights, or the First, the press, or free exercise of religion. It makes it very clear that all duties and rights not given to the federal government are reserved to the people and to the states. In recent years, there's been much concern about how the federal government's largesse and mandates influence our personal lives, our businesses, as well as the business of state governments. These concerns about overreach are justified. My congressman, the Majority Leader, Eric Cantor, recently stated, quote, "Washington has assumed more control over our economy and the private sector through excessive regulations and unprecedented mandates. Our liberty and freedom has lessened as the size and scope of federal government has exploded." Several of you to my right might think this is only a partisan thing. I'm willing to acknowledge here that there's been equal opportunity overreach at the federal level over the past few decades. It is not solely limited also to recent congressional actions on stimulus, the nationalized student loan program, or government overhauls of industry, including an auto bailout. In fact, there are specific examples of further regulatory concern addressed in the memorializing resolutions on the calendar today, and they include potential net neutrality regulation at the FCC, among others. Please note that these subsequent resolutions were supported unanimously in committee by both sides of the aisle. On Friday, we unanimously adopted proactive resolution memorializing the FDA from further unmerited intrusions into local industries. In fact, the gentleman from Henrico voted for this memorializing resolution Friday. House Resolution 46 is simply a modest effort to communicate the House's desire to see a return of the proper balance between federal and state government. State governments across the country have introduced resolutions asserting the 10th Amendment protections under the Constitution. Since a version of this resolution was initially introduced in 2009, 13 states have passed similar measures. And last year, House Joint Resolution 125, patroned by Delegate Athey, passed this House with nearly 75 votes, only to fail in the Senate. It is appropriate that this body would adopt this resolution, for the first 10 amendments became law when Virginia ratified them on December 15, 1791. Mr. Speaker, I move adoption of the resolution.
Mr. Speaker.